get it.
Mbijan raganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Kosa. Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariya. Mbare ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam. Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nka kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi mani domorol dir fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ma fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
Gamcell data, now even better. Enjoy 20% extra data on all Gamcell data bundles. Buy 20 megabytes and get extra 4 megabytes. Buy 50 megabytes and get extra 10 megabytes. Buy 100 megabytes and get extra 20 megabytes. Any amount of Gamcell data bundle you buy, you will receive 20% extra data for free. Dial *302 data amount hash or go to your Yaiborom menu and choose your data bundle now. Gamcell data, it's fast, lasts longer and very reliable. Gamcell Yaiborom.
Alright.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Hi, thank you very much for watching. My name is Buba Gajigo and this is Kerr Fatou. Of course, this is a special interview today with a Gambian based in US, Momodou Ndow. Of course, he's a well-known Gambian, and we're going to discuss about his book, of course, the most talked about book in this country right now. That is the Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul. We're going to talk about it, and I'm sure all of us, all of us who've been to Banjul, we've have our own encounters with the mosquitoes in Banjul. So we're going to talk about this book. Of course, a lot of people are talking about it, and then right now, Mr. Ndow is going to tell us about what is this book about. He's going to tell us what motivated him to, of course, write this book. And we're going to talk about a lot of things about this book. Banjul is a capital, and then a lot of things, you know. Mr. Ndow, welcome.
Thank you, Buba. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
First, let's start with what motivated you to write this book.
Well, I was born in Banjul, and saw the city deteriorate from, right after the colonial time, and to how the gutters were just getting stagnant because people were not sensitized about the use of the gutters, so they were stagnant, and mosquitoes started breeding, because Banjul has always had a mosquito problem in the first place, yes. Even when the, colonialists came to take over Banjul. So I want to explore the history of the mosquitoes pretty soon, so I'm working on that as well. So this is their story, and I'm also working on their history in Banjul. So, but yeah, it was just the stagnant waters and mosquitoes in Banjul. I mean, I don't think any Gambian can ever claim that they've never been bitten by a mosquito. So that kind of motivated me, and I wanted to raise awareness about the environment as well, because it is the main cause of the mosquitoes of Banjul.
That's right. So before we get into the book proper, now let's talk about you and these mosquitoes. You said you grew up in Banjul. What is your encounter with them?
Well, my encounter with them is everybody's encounter with them. You know, at night, you know, like
during the day.
During the day, you know what I mean. In the evening, they're out. You know, you'll be out playing soccer in the streets and still having to fight the mosquitoes. You're sitting outside. You know, always spraying the room. You know, lighting up a muntaiga. You know, whatever it is to try to just kind of fend them off. Sleeping at night, they won't let you sleep. So yeah, definitely my experience with the mosquito is shared by every Gambian. So, but I just happen to be the vehicle to tell their story. So
that is right. So now let's get what are we expecting from this book?
I think my message for this book is the environment. That's the main reason, and also early reading. I'm trying to contribute in trying to change the reading culture, because Gambia is not we don't have a reading culture. Most of us grew up not being read to as children, and that will take a toll because there's a lag time in knowing how to read and comprehension and all that. Reading is a confidence builder. It builds vocabulary and just basically makes you be able to express yourself, and I think that's the problem. Like, most Gambian children can't really express themselves.
Yeah.
And if you can, as a child, it's like it's almost frowned upon. It's like, you know, oh, you know, so we need to encourage kids to be articulate and be able to express themselves. Kids are basically seen and not heard. So all these things need to change, and I'm trying to push with this book to trying to change that, the culture of reading. So
it's written in a way that it is easy to read. That's what you're saying. Even maybe kids of primary school can, because that's what I'm saying in the book, but we are going to talk about that later. But you're you also try to write in a way so that people can be encouraged and read in a different way.
Yeah, in a different way, and not just reading, but also representation, right? Because it is important to see yourself in something, because that's what's going to make you interested and make you read it with pleasure, make you want to read it, make you look for something to read because you can see yourself in it. So that is the main idea, and also context, right? Because context is very important, because most of the things that we've read from outside, or our stories are being told by other people. So it is time for us to take our stories, ownership, and tell our own stories, good or bad, because you can read bad things about America written by Americans, right? You can read good things about America written about Americans. You can say the same thing for the UK and whatnot. So we need to take ownership and tell our stories, and tell it in a very delightful and vibrant way. So that's what I'm aiming for here.
That is right. Now, talking about this book, what impact do you think this book will make?
I'm hoping, you know, and I think I'm going to try to work with the ministry and schools and see how this book can be incorporated into the curriculum, because I think it is time for Gambian children to read about Gambia, written by Gambians. And the best way to pass our stories to our children is through books. You know, now there's the internet and all this, but reading should not go away just because there are cartoons, right? Because cartoons, it's okay, you know, it's entertainment and it's very eye-catching. But I don't think anything beats reading.
Yeah, that is right. Now, last Saturday there was I think it was the time that you launched this book.
Yeah, couple of days ago. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that was 2 days ago,
Yeah.
I believe. Take us through about what happened on that day.
Basically, what happened was, you know, it was with the all high schools thing that we had, and the launching of the book was kind of tied to that. James Monday was our keynote speaker, and he did a very excellent job in his review of the book and the message behind it. And I thank him immensely for doing that, because he just basically made it to a point whereby people and express the urgency of what's in the book and the message, and that people should embrace the message and try to pass it on and spread the message, because we definitely need to try to get handle of things as far as reading and as far as the environment is concerned.
And that was actually done. And does it mean that now people can purchase this book?
Yes, people can now purchase this book. It's going to be available in the Gambia, I think, sometime in February. But
that's next month.
Yeah, next month. But my publisher, Fire Network, I want to thank them immensely. They did a very incredible job in bringing the story to life, alive, because it's one thing to imagine something and write it, but it is totally a different ball game to actually bring the story alive and make it happen and make it vibrant like it is. And they've negotiated with Amazon, and Amazon have now picked up the book through distribution, which is a great thing, because then Amazon will get to market the book to a wider audience. So a shout out to my publisher, Fire Network. They did a wonderful job, and I can't thank them enough.
How much can someone buy this book?
Well, when it comes to Gambia, it will be sold at a discount, like maybe $10. So it's probably going to be maybe around between $500 and something to $600.
$600.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And then, but in the outside, because of the buying power in the United States, so we have to discount it for the Gambian population, so that people can actually be able to get their hands on the book, and hopefully schools. And then I think if you're buying in a bulk, then maybe that's something that they can negotiate.
So, and where can we get it here in the Gambia?
It's going to be available at Timbuktu in February, I believe.
In February.
Yes.
All right. So mbokk yi di leen jaajëfal képp koo xam ne yaa ngi seetaan Kerr Fatou di leen wax ne kuñ toogal fii rek moo nekk Momodou Ndow. Ndaw la boo xam ne Gambian la, ñëpp ràññee nañ ko si liggéey boo xam ne mu ngi koo def Gambia fii, waaye liggéey boo xam ne tamit mu ngi koo defal doomi Gambia ni moom moo binda book boo xam ne ñu bari ñu ngi ko waxantoo Gambia fii ni léegi di Mischievous of course Mosquitoes of Banjul. Book bi noonu la tudda, book bi laa téye nii, waaye book bi lañ nekk di waxtaanee tey, naka lañ koy amee ak lan moo nekk si book bi, because book bi mbiri yooyu Banjul yi la, yooyu nag jar nañoo bindal book. Of course ñun yëpp dem nañ Banjul te gis nañ lu fa nekk since time bi Jawara, time bi Jammeh, and then definitely so book bi lañ nekk di waxtaanee tey. Moom laa toogal nii, moom moo bind book bi. Dafa mel ni launching bi gars yi defoon nañ ko Saturday boo xam ne romba na fii, romba na just 2 days ago lañ def launching bi nii. So doomi Gambia yëpp foog naa, because it's about our capital, war nañoo dem ñu jënda book bii nii. Waaye comme dama ko laajte si wàllum angale, nañ dugg si wolof bi tuuti rek ma laajte ko lan moo la motivate pour binda book bii nii, pour bind about yooyu Banjul.
Well, yooyu Banjul yi moom mooy loolu. comme ni ko gars yi
yes.
Yeah, ñun ku nekk ay suma ay gars yi jox nañ la sa wàlla. So man Banjul la judo ba around 10 years old, then I moved to Bakau. But then I was constantly going to Banjul because suma yaay mu for one, for like them summer holidays and stuff. And saa yoo nekkee Banjul rek suma doomu na nelaw yoo yang sa kaw dinga pompe be suma di tisoli, duñ la bàyyi. So di muntaay ga, everything. So Banjul mom has always dafa mus di am yoo, and even during the colonial days, yoo yang fa woon, before tubaab bi di ñëw sax yoo yang fa woon, because Banjul was a big forest, dafa amoon a big forest. So tubaab yi ñoo ko dog noonu because of yooyu niñ leen sonale. Waaye yooyu nag even though def nañu li ñoo def, dañ leen war a delloo njukkal, because book bi tam pour loolu la, parce que ñoom it they were involved in our fight for independence, because ñoo maata tubaab yi ba suma gars.
Wow, that is right.
Don't let Marelia be guys my packs and bagage daw.
Okay. So. All right, so xam nañ ne book bi content nañ lu waaye noonu nekk di waxee dafa mel ni this not only negative part of UAE but the positive
part, yeah.
It's also
so
this is a very interesting book
in a sense. It's the mang leen a delloo njukkal.
Okay. All right, so léegi ñu xool because soo bindee book nga xam nañ ne ñu bari nga expect ban njëriñ la moo am si society bi
right
suñ Gambian context soo xoolee Banjul mooy suñ capital bi
yeah
ban njëriñ nga foog ne nit su jëndee mu read book bi loolu la moo
am li ma cee séntu mooy pour awareness nit ñi xam ne we have to keep our environment clean suñ dëkkuwaay bi foog dañ ko war a setal and by mean setal min man jos nga bale nga dem tuur ko ci biti yow sa area rek so it's the environment because fii loolu moo fa am ku nekk da ngaa toppatoo sa own different rek so we have to dañ war a ñëw together as a community to make sure that the environment is clean ba pare tam xale yi dañ leen war a jàngal ne leen environment bi dafa very important so moo tax ma tàggat xale yi parce que dama dee kaf ne ñun suñ generation is a lost cause but I say it with humor and a heavy dose of reality because we have to take action and we have to take action now affaire yi mënatuñoo xaar because it's very urgent for us to make sure ne xale yi ñu ngi leen a sensitize ak mag ñi ñëpp about the environment.
Exactly te wax nga lu am solo about xale yi naka lañ ko read ak naka lañ ko dugalee si suñ curriculum which is very important because soo xoolee ñun suñ history most of the time pour ñun suñ own history pour ñu jàng ko def day nekk problem
right
so da ngaa gis ne bii is about Banjul te li history boo xam ne soo waxee yooyu Banjul yi
ñëpp xam nañ ko.
I think that is also very very important.
Yeah because I know right around when I had bu ma defee announcement bi foog naa si laa gis that mosquito song that bu génn noonu so it was very very timely.
For a Gambian artist.
Yeah, more that mosquito song, so you're Banjul, so they're talending or whatever.
Yes.
So it is very, very timely, and normally they are doing a wonderful job in sensitizing people.
Yeah,
because
those TikTokers.
Yeah, those TikTokers. Yeah, I don't know how much into that.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
Through art, right? Because art is a vehicle to sensitize and to enlighten. So through art, get of send. Send kemtalai kat and put sensitize it through music, which is very important because music is life, right? So kuneka of the develop music, nene is a so play a music guy. So we have to catch the kids very, very young. And lolo tahma buga book pe mu duga ci curriculum. So kodefe hale ñu mun leen catch at the very young because so buge change a culture. You have to start from the thing because magni nobody they are already set in their ways.
That is right.
Yeah. So it's hard ku deka nga japa silinga japa o gom silinga gom. Why hale it is easier to kind of build and mold their mind.
That is right.
Yeah.
So book will be very very interesting. So how nañ book bi da ngeen ko launch 2 days ago. There is Saturday from Manningen ko launch.
Right.
And then lan mo xewon fofu non ci launch.
Well, basically, si launching bi li fa xewoon mooy dañ ko tied to the all high school reunion and comme ni ma ko waxee si angale suñ keynote speaker bi Mr. James Monde did a wonderful job in basically reviewing the book and the message and the urgency of the message bi nekk ci book bi ne ñun ñëpp a war a jàppalante and not just the people but the government has a responsibility as well because ñoom ñooy ñi nga xam ne ñoo amee basically everything ñoom ñooy manage the country so ñoom ñoo war a make sure ne ñu ngi sensitize nit ñi bu ñëw rek nga bil yoon and then mu pare nga bàyyi ko noonu you have to tell people ne okay yoon bi needs to be maintained bu leen ñëw si kaw yoon bi di jaay or blah stuff like that because so leen fa jaayee bàyyi fa seen mbalit yi or tuur fa ndox mu lifin it's gonna be stagnant so it's not just building but you have to also sensitize people to let them know ne okay liñ build nii dañ ko war a saama dañ ko war a toppatoo.
Yeah, that is right. So after book bi launch dama pare léegi expect nañ ne ku ko bëgg a jënd rek dañ ko mën a am.
Waaw so ku ko bëgg a jënd fi mu nekk because suma publisher bi maa ngi leen a gërëm di leen sant Fire Network they did a wonderful job in bringing the story alive because mun nga imagine something nga binda ko waaye pour nga jël ko nga indi ko put it live and bring it to life it's a totally different thing. Book bi normally children's book bi façon bi with the illustration mu ngi waroon a jël 6 months waaye dañ ko def under a little over 3 months so it was excruciating it was just at a high speed and bam but it turned out to be a labor of love even though it was rough. But suma different terms, Jarbat Safi, Manko Gerem, because Moma Japale, you bring down the story from the adult audience into the children's audience. So, nyom negotiate naka publisher be with Amazon, and Amazon have picked up the book as true distribution, meaning nyom nyoy market book be and all that. So I'm very grateful for that, so that mumuna reach a wider audience. So dinko muna am Amazon, dinko muna am nyom si sen website be, and available in Gambia sometime in February at Timbuktu. So dinañ ko jaayee lu gën a xala yomba ndax nit ñi fii mun koo jënd.
Okay. So like yang don wasi angale maybe around 500-600.
Yeah, so about $10 or so. Yeah. So at a discounted rate. So which is ganga hala, don't say I'm profit. Why? That's not the money is not the aim here. It's just to try to jema change the culture of reading and encourage hala yi pour ñu read by telling stories yoo xam ne ñoom dinañ si mun a gis seen boppa parce que am na ku ma wax ne doomam bi moom daf dee wax ne moom moo nekk nii ci cover bi. And that is just amazing.
Exactly, because xale yi ñoom suñu xoolee lii dañ dee enjoy this kind of.
Yeah. ba pare mu ne
cover bi dañ ko woon guys.
Yeah, so moom dafa jël lii mu ne moom la and the mosquitoes.
Exactly.
Waaw mu ne moom daf dee wax ne moom turam and the mosquitoes. So gis na si boppam, and that was the idea, and I'm very, very pleased with that.
And that is the importance of bina loo xam ne ñun suñ boppa ñun ñoo ko moom. And yes, it's from the Gambia, because nga gis ne xale yi nañ fa gis seen boppa.
That's right.
Mag yi tamit
mag yi nañ fa gis seen boppa.
Gis seen boppa, exactly. Now dama bëgg ñu waxtaanee lii about the concept of the xam nañ ne is about yooyu la. But can you give us just a clue of what we'll expect suñ jëndee book bi?
Well, fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And then yooyu tamit, because the xew mooy I wanted to make sure that there was representation. The disabled were represented in the character of Njol, because moom yoobu gumbo la. And then Nyancho, moom it jigéen la. Why ñoom ñëpp dañ egg ci.
So these names ñoom
yooyu la Nyancho Lamino, waaye Nyancho ak Lamino ñoom waa Sukuta lañ.
yooyu dëkk Sukuta.
waaw ñu naaw dañ naaw ñu toxu Banjul pour uti opportunity, because time boobu Sukuta it was like a village, right? So ñoom su nit ñi jógee si moto yi taxi yi ñoo liggéey dañ dee dégg ñuy wax ne waaw Banjul pax yaa ngi fees ñu ngi stagnant dang dee mun a breed all year. So ñoom biñ déggee loolu si la Lamino start di plan nag pour dem Banjul. Waaw su ko defee moom it bu mun a am opportunity, just like in India, because everybody anywhere you go in the world,
just
people,
like your provinces,
right, people gravitate towards the city, so ñoom it ñu ñëw fa and then they become successful. So I wanted to capture all that in the story. So but it was tough to bring it down, because foog naa binda buggi xaleel moo gën a naxari binda buggi mag, because buggi mag it's just the text ñu edit ko format ko, then you just ñappa ko ci and then print. But B, you have to think about the attention span of the children, and make sure that you're not giving mixed messages, because I'm on like a little love story. But then the developmental editor, be fok mu génna, parce que then you're giving the kids mixed messages. So don't let it génne bobu, and then mu just nekk strictly for the environment.
Interesting. Can you speak Mandinka? You try.
Yeah, nga fole, but nkuluta bakau, bari medamen California mbuka manika kangofo. Bari nka kata.
Ye mimfo senator. Bari organ tendugal jebake mo be kerfa de jibekan. Be nga very interesting thing le soto jang. Minketa bukoti mi alonko Gambia digo mi alonka be Siri America banko ka safi alsa sanno alla dindingo le atal fongol sa sanno le ale nyim buko karang bari nyim bukleti mi alonko akam tele ko Gambia ko le na capital of ko min kera Banjul ti the Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul akam tele ko susulal mi alonko le be Banjul mi buko safi le mi alonko aba be explain wala fen jamal le bije mi alonko abal karandino wala anu mi safi natale be siring Momodou Ndow niaje ma start fan ka fay jumale matati mo jamali ya lonne la do ko wala mi alonko ay wala ke Gambie jang bari America be damen fanan anaka Gambiano lu ake de mamin na ku jamalto mo jamali ya lonne wo do ko oto na bu ko sa fe ngalon Gambiano bebe korondore ne pour bu ko e finde bari me wala kaja kan jangalon February mo jamal be mo jamal bitale pour ka nyim buko sang pour yalla mune bije bari alba sanda la dindingol fana e pour ya sang pour ya bari ale halon ne mole mi yalon ko a karantale allo ay londiru karim basotole ni nata tuab karangoto woto e fengo fen safi bajila alla dindingol la sila londo la fano bakela buko to mi yalon ko ay wala safi benyim buko le kacha kan jambi andong laftale a fu mole buko nyinna aya safe nyaadile anon bukoñi mune ba konon ta be fola bari ni moli ya sang ya read of course ba londale ko kolmi alon ko walle be nyim buko kono ndelem wo ite walla momo mi alon ko gambia dingolem mota fono la ko nene manta banjul andu momo tata banjul ening susulale encounter keltale so we don't know me nyinin kala force ñim buko idea ñi nata ñaadile pour ka fuko okay mbot nga buko safi about Banjul la susula
well ni wuluta Gambia ita fola ko susula ma man attack, right? So until be the susula story sotole, right? So inte wuluta Banjul and then that mfama Fama Tata Angleterre then Ngata Bakau.
Fama Tata Angleterre.
Yes.
Then it Tata Bakau.
Yes. So nin Susulal Kaleta Banjul and then Tata Bakau Susula Dolian nobody.
Because in that area,
right. So the life be Gambia nin Susulal be Kelekan, right? So it was just appropriate nga nyimbuko safe kamol sensitized about ning susula ko because nyanta dindungol karandila na stories la so na story mu Gambia dingol be la story right because Gambia dingol be can see themselves in my story right so wole motivate nga nyimbuko safe
inata nyimbuko safe
yes.
Yamira mulbe mun nafa ko le sotola nyimbuko to ni asam because dindingol sa karanno andon kebal fanan sa karanno but munem nafa ko li mi alon ko molba expect kan ni asam
well dia nyimbuko sang ala nafa waratole bake susula ko manyinya malaria be janne sasal mo be kumbola malaria ka mo fale especially dinde merengol so nyanta dindingol sensitized la and then also nyanta na reading culture falen nale parce que Gambia la reading culture is very very poor according to UNICEF 10-year-old children in Gambia most of them can't read 2 out of every 3 can't recognize a text or simple text or read simple words. And reading Kumaya Talebake. So na purpose ning purning buko is to try to change following the Gambian reading culture. Kasafe nyala, yes.
Mialonko mobesa karando.
Mobesa karando. Yeah.
Mobesa reading. Andong wojera nyimbuko dole hani ala cover jube. Ikalon ne wobijele because ye only use mialonko they are pure Gambians.
Pure Gambians. Yung characters of Lamino, Nyancho, Njol, Baba, Gambian tool.
Gambian tool.
And Lamino ni Nyancho bota sukutal.
Bota sukutal.
Yeah. Sukutal cool.
Alvina sukutal cool be nyimbuko sanale alo itol.
Dalma sang seke Nyancho ni Lamino be murunale.
Ebe murra ebe bola baje.
Ebe bola baje ebe muruna sukutal.
So ale nyimbuko lonje ni kumu buko nyinda kulli kerale
yes.
Sibiti tambela.
Yes.
Andung modol benta jele pour ka buko nyinda kuofu fen jamal fota jele buko nyinda kola bari ala kuma ya fa mo jamal ba fokande ndu mo jamal be buko nyinto fokam fa andong amam finti marché oto ni tara buko nyinda kulli to nyi sibiti tambela ale mone keto.
Well na guest speaker James Monday na keynote speaker aye ku better ya bale for nyimbuko think become more sensitized and the importance of the book and environment cool because Gambia Bay near everywhere you go Dulal Mantara scenario Dulal Notale Geo Bay Dula Beto, you know. So, Barry James, yung buko ko ala in frine I mean mo bela, you know, and you know nka jailen ka tentule ala dokota.
Yeah, so scientific buko nying alia kulile already mol benta jele comme ya fu nyame James kumol fo buko nying to Gambianol yalom bearing Niajibe is very important. Nimbe Gambianol fana mako elele because niento la banko jibe compare with other countries. Hani mako Europe or even America.
Yeah.
But
even Senegal jang. Senegal jang.
Itara je buka fen jamal je mi alon ko nolu mi alon ko kantu kaje to la
Yes,
bande
yes,
buka
yes.
je to la be. But de ba je la nying abe karandila le barabe sensitize la fana. Ila environment.
Ila environment.
Iba mutano la nyame ay senea. Puro ka fengo mutado ya domoro ke dro ya fa. Yeah. You going anywhere. So nyimbe mu kolleti mi alon ko nyim buko be abe makoyla to bakela. Bare Gambian wala ni momo la takasang ba sot la nyam.
Nyim buko be Amazon ne sani and abe futala Gambia in sometime in February. So Molba Sandano Timbuktu bookstore na publish signing Fire Network ye tentu ke jai fanang ye paski ye doku kende bale ke pour ka buko publish. So bari isa sano Amazon na publish la website and then abe futala Gambia fanang in February.
Wala ka karinarati mil takasang Gambia bangko kanjang. Obe kela Timbuktu, right?
Timbuktu. Yeah, ngawale mira.
Iba sanna. Fulakanga mo.
No, fulakanga. Maybe
so
wala fulanga wala mo.
Exactly. So it's a very important book. So imagine a language will be by sotla. Musidwe amene chalmina kala ngono director maro. Menon biya ko hande mo men gondi odo woni Momodou Ndow rek. Momodou Ndow windi book mo ngandantuma ko kulle dumanen buko mo wiye the Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul. Buko non ko kulle bodi gondi di Banjul ko book mbaddo interesting son ji buko men kolla don cover buko o asset nyawtudo be mbadi launch buko fayda yimbe kebe dumani non ton yimbe kebe kawri non ton kono na wayno kulle kewde kala no maton kulle buko ko woni ko derto buko non ko kulle Banjul yo bodi gondi di ton kono jogi inde de gandantuma ko inde Gambian be bay yimbe dido he ton ko sukuta be ngimmori be ngi Banjul so what interesting mirandi yimbe hebe gandantuma be dara be jidat pour short goal o buko pour be sukay mabbe be because buko no windirani hay suka mo gandantuma ko primary school woni ano way sodan buko fayda be o mbawi jangute walla suka o pour ko gandantuma kulle jangde makko nde ɓeydanaw hen ko heewi kono wona sukaɓe tan hay mawɓe ɓene ɓe hen mbawi janggo kulle ɗe gandantuma ko kulle kewɗe e nderoɓe komo gandantuma ko Mr Momodou Ndow windi ko neɗɗo mo gandantuma o suudaki nder leydi Gambia ɗo ko neɗɗo gandaɗo a beeti te ko neɗɗo mo gandantumane o liggima ɗo mo immo ɗo mo yaha leydi wiitendi ndi américain ko gandantuma ko tono jooɗi joni ni buko on noon kala coɗɗo a heɓaden nafoore sa sodani ɓiɗɗo ma o heɓaden nafoore nde gandantuma ko nafoore mawde buko joni fayda kala jiɗɗo sod ko lewru arondu February buko na wawi heɓoto Timbuktu ko ɗum fowi joni ni kono kala no way fof ɗum haala o funta ɗo haalana yimɓe ɓe yo dulaje goɗɗe Amazon kono buko ne serata beti no $10 rek siko ko nder leydi Gambia ɗo gondal ɗum ko around temelle joyi walla temelle jeegom rek keɓa buko mo gandantuma o ko ono winde ko buko moƴƴo mo gandantuma ko kulle ɓoodi Banjul ɗi ɓayi woni min en kala mo gandantuma feriya Banjul te haɓi to ne ɓoodi ɗi you know so yes that is the fuller part of it so I cannot speak
excluding me.
Yes, of course I understand. I understand, right? So I know we've of course talked about the book a lot now, and then the content of the book, of course, if anyone who wants to read the book proper, you have to wait February, and you can go to maybe Timbuktu or
Well,
Amazon,
that's just for people living in Gambia.
living in the Gambia, or Amazon if you are outside of the Gambia, and you can purchase this book. It's a very, very interesting book, right? Mr. Ndow, what are you going to tell people finally about this?
Like I said, my mission is to try to contribute to the changing of our reading culture, however little it is, you know, because we need to start reading, because I see a lot of kids around just walking around with no supervision, and they're not reading, and everywhere else around the world. They're starting children very early to read, because reading very early helps with cognitive development, and it helps with comprehension as well, because reading and comprehension kind of go together, right? Because you have to be able to read in order to be able to comprehend what you read, because sometimes people can just read and they can't comprehend, but as the more you read, the more you'll be able to comprehend, because we have to train our children to be able to think critically. And unless you develop them at a very young age, build their mind, they will not be able to do that. Because I think the problem is sometimes people always go with the flow, because we are not taught to think critically. So it's not about, we need to teach our children how to think, not what to think, right? Because if you know how to think, then you become independent, and that's how you become innovative and be able to think outside of the box. And I also wanted to say that this book, this is just the first one. It's a series, not just all about the mosquitoes, but the Memories of a Gambian Child series, which is some of my stories growing up in Gambia that I'm bringing to a children's level. But my story is every Gambian story. Even if you don't directly live it, you can relate to it. It will resonate with you, and you will see yourself in it. If you don't live it, you know somebody who has. So that is the thing, to represent and to tell our stories, but done in a way whereby it will be attractive to others, because other people want to learn about other cultures, right?
That's right.
And most of the things that we've read is about other people, so it is time that we read about ourselves and tell our stories. And for me, that's the mission here.
All right, thank you very much. So Charles will show the cover of this book, so that people can, yes, so this side, okay, all right. So this is the book, that is the Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul, and I'm sure a lot of people will buy this book, and they'll purchase this book. Gambians, I think
they'll fall in love with the characters too.
Every household in the Gambia should get this book. At least they should get this. They should get this book, because it's very, very important. Yes, I'm sure you good, Charles? Yes. So actually, that is it for this special interview. Unless you have anything that you want to add on before we go.
Not really. I just go out and get the book, you know, support the cause, because, you know, the proceeds are going to go into, you know, publishing the other books, so that the series can keep going. And hopefully after that, you know, I'll come up with some more things to try to make sure that our stories are told, and we can see themselves give representation to our people, and just basically help, you know, build our confidence as a people. Because even you can be poor, right, but you can still have dignity.
That is
right. So that is the mission here. Our stories, we need to tell our stories, whether they are good or bad.
So it means this book will be serious, and you are going to write another one after this.
Yeah, so it's already in the works, but it's about me moving from Banjul to Bakau. Right. So, and then my experiences in Bakau when I get there, and then that's going to be the other one, and then there's another one after that, and then another one after that. So it's going to be 5, and I think all Gambians will be able to relate to those and see themselves in it, because some of the kids here, our generation, what we did as kids, these kids are not doing it the same. So it's part of history. They need to know how life was back then, because like they say, you need to know where you come from in order to know where you're heading. So yeah, I mean, they need to know how we lived and learn from it and be able to. And then the other thing also I wanted to express is cross-generational collaboration, because in Gambia, we tend to underestimate the young. And I think that's why there's no programs for the young, because we estimate them. But the young are very talented. Right. And I know that because I worked with Safi. Safi was like born in 1997, and I was doing my thing back then. But just the wisdom that she has, you know, and the cross-generational collaboration is a good way to pass down knowledge, to pass down wisdom, and also to learn from the young. We have a lot of young people who are talented, and we need to tap into that and not just see them as halayi or whatever and not want to associate with them. So I encourage collaboration, and I think we need to do it at the cross-generational level as well.
And that is right. I think most of the youth in this country are talented, but the motivation is not there. It's lacking, and the resources is lacking. So if you tell them and give them a platform, encourage them, and just nurture them, they have a lot in them that they can bring out, and I think it will really benefit the country. Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
So thank you very much, and thank you for watching. This was a special program about this book. The most talked about book in this country right now is the Mischievous Mosquitoes of Banjul. Please go and purchase this book. Maybe by February you can have it in the Gambia at Timbuktu bookshop. So we thank you very much, because Mr. Ndow and others can say we are in the US, we are not going to do anything for this country, but actually we have to thank you also, because you are doing a lot for this country. And then even this book alone is huge for this country, because we are seeing ourselves in this book. So we have to thank you for that.
Thank you.
So we will urge each and every Gambian to go and purchase this book. Is purely Gambian. So bokay li lañ leen amalon tay di leen wax ne rek nañ dem ñu jënd book bi, because li mbiri Gambia la jarut, because soo xoolee book bi si boppam caméra bi won na leen ko da ngaa gis sa boppa si book bi, because it's about ñun suñ turi lañ use Lamin and others. These are pure Gambian names yoo xam ne ñu ngi si book bi, and also da nga naa am njëriñ seen xale tamit nañ njëriñoo si book bi nii. So that's why we are urging everyone pour ngeen dem ngeen jënd book bi nga ñinne sotaale bi mbaa fula moo be ni ñi buko findira aleta buko ñen sam, because ñi mu Gambia la bukolti mole mi alon koy do ko ke Gambia andum fanan abal dindingol la londo la fala bakele buko la mi alon koy wala safe andum nim ñim buko santa bake alba jelale ko fen jamal bijele mi alon ko ate financier natino Gambia banko kan jam bu do financier nanole mi alon ko abe safela and ndene atol be se munafang buko la mi alon ko Mr. Ndow safe. I forgot to ask this, but is there any number that someone can contact about this, or not now? It's not established.
Yeah, it will be available. I mean, I brought some few copies with me that I have with me. Yeah, but if anybody wants a copy, I can give you my number.
Okay.
So I have a few copies left.
You want to give you on air or? Okay, all right. So we, all right. So you can probably contact Mr. Ndow online. Or
online. Yes.
Online.
Yes.
Or you can contact us at Kerr.
Yes.
We're going to link you with Mr. Ndow.
Yes.
So thank you very much for watching. I am Buba Gajigo, and thank you, Mr. Ndow, for coming.
Thank you, Buba. Thanks for having me.
For the first time in the history of the Gambia, Gambia Printing Publishing Corporation proudly introduces the Biliomatic exercise book printing machine. The machine has the capacity to print more than 20,000 books per hour. Yes, 20,000 books per hour. It also prints magazines, newspapers, calendars, flyers, normal books, and all kinds of printed documents, plus items at affordable prices. With With the Biliomatic printing machine, GPPC can now render high quality and non-size restricted printing service supply across the sub-region. Rush now and partner with GPPC for all your public and private printing service needs. Print with us today and you'd be offered highly professional, reliable and efficient service delivery by our team of experts. The Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation is here to meet all demands and is reliable at all times. For more info, contact us on 437-4493 or 437-4402. GPPC is Gambian and it's yours.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.